Greetings, dear viewer. Thank you for joining for Trails in the Sky, the second chapter. Oh, no biggie, we're just gonna go hunting for dragons. So, look forward to that, everybody. Good lord. There's actually not a lot to sum up from last time because it was a whole lot of just kind of vibing cutscenes, honestly. Like, we didn't, get much forward progress in the story. But I enjoyed it all the same. Basically, we headed off. We had some more exposition about Agate and Misha and everything there as we dropped into Agate's house to say goodbye to Tita and Agate for now, as they rested there, and we headed off back to town. And then we got a lot of cute little scenes with Agate and Tita, and heart-to-heart explaining about what things went down back then and how Misha died. Tita reaffirming her commitment to Agate. It was all quite sweet. Meanwhile, our heroes landed here in Bose. By land, I mean just showed up. Don't misconstrue me, as we are at a landing port, but where we basically reported in about what happened in Ravenue, and we got the next step from a call from General Morgan. They are going to launch a concerted operation to take down the dragon, and we are going to be witnesses to that operation, and I'm not going to waste any further time. Let's go. Let's just, because this is probably going to be big things today, so I'd say I won't dally any further here. Got a quick recap and straight into action, shall we? Let's just go ahead and wait for the ship to arrive. So, the airship that's gonna pick us up is gonna be one of those big reinforced army ones, right? Yes, one of our guard airships. They make up most of our military ships, so I'd imagine that's what we'll be on. The typical Royal Army Guard airship is usually well-rounded. Strong firepower, a large load capacity, and good mobility. Though, that's what I know from 10 years ago. They've been upgraded some since their initial deployment, correct? Yes, in addition to giving them better armor and engines and such, we have specialized the ships by varying their equipment. Patrol craft, scout craft, attack craft. Chloe, I understand her royal background, but she still seems to know an awful lot about this whole military ship business. The principle, at least as I understand it, is to ensure the squadrons are flexible by giving each one mission-specific equipment.
Just what I'd expect from the country that invented airship warfare. We have airship squadrons in Kalmard, but they're nothing more than showboats, really. Heh, the Empire is a little different. We use airship squadrons, but the Empire's strength has always lain in its cavalry divisions. Our tanks in this age. Mechanized cavalry, huh?
Attention, please. A Royal Army vessel will be landing at Port 1 momentarily. All non-affiliated personnel, please refrain from entering Port 1. Thankfully, we're affiliated. Hey, here we go. I don't think I've heard this engine sound before. Oh my, that's... Can I make a guess? It's gonna be the... Right? The Arseille? Would it be the plot twist? Oh! I don't remember. I think that's probably the Arseille. I don't quite remember what it looked like. Look, I'm being smug about my guess, but it's not a super shocking twist that they deploy, well, the big guns to take out the big threat. So, yeah. So, we're gonna be riding the Arseille. Julia didn't mention this at all when I spoke with her last night. Someone's like, yo, who would recognize... That very... Oh! Could this be our lads from the Bracer Guild? based on the peppiness of that girl's voice? No, it's the... Okay, see, I was ready. It was gonna be like Grant and Annalise was what I was expecting. But okay, it's these two instead. All right. How historic having photographers there. The press here to record our battle. What is that?
We seem to have a habit of meeting in the strangest damn places.
Estelle! Everyone! Oh, it's so great to see you again.
Why are Niall and Dorothy on the Arseille? Allow me to explain. I know who this is. Yep, Julia! That's fantastic. Julia!
Julia, you awful tease. Why didn't you tell me last night that you'd be coming in the Arseille?
I get to have my fun with surprises sometimes, my princess. My apologies if I startled you.
Oh, Julia. I take it that if you're using the Arseille, it's part of Grandmother's plan?
Just so. What's Her Majesty got to do with this? If the famous cutting-edge Arseille gets involved, those living in fear of the dragon may have their concerns eased. I believe that is her thinking. Oh, good idea.
Queen Alicia continues to impress. The reporters are, I assume, along for the very same reason. Yeah, pretty much. The whole damn country's losing it over this dragon thing. Looks like they're hoping us humble reporters can produce a little something to calm the masses.
Mr. Burns, remember.
I know. I won't give away any state secrets. I am gonna be poking my head around to some extent, though. I ain't writing straight propaganda here.
Ooh. Watchdog of the press, this man. As you wish. Ooh, older man's voice. I wonder who this could be. The general himself. Okay, that makes sense.
On time for once, I see.
General Morgan! General, allow me to express our thanks for allowing us aboard.
Well, Her Majesty's opinion held. Let me be clear on this up front so there's no misunderstanding. You bracers are nothing more than observers on this mission. All you'll be allowed to do is watch as we execute the plan.
I'm fine with that. If the army can settle things, I sure won't complain.
I look forward to seeing what you can do, General. Very well. Your Highness, please, this way. We shall accompany you to the bridge.
But...
We cannot allow the princess to board as a mere passenger on her own airship. It would affect the crew's morale, Your Highness.
Oh, very well.
But now we're kind of giving her cover away because she's still in her Chloe Genius Academy outfit get up. I don't know. It's like we should have planned this a little bit earlier, but whatever. Well, he's as icy as always. I wish he'd just accept that us dumb civvy bracers are, something approaching competent. The general is a hard-headed, old-school sort of man. I doubt he'll ever change his opinions quickly. Allow me to lead you aboard the ship. And on that note, allow me to finally welcome you properly as allies and friends of long standing. Welcome aboard the Arseille, flagship of the Royal Guard and Liberal. Sweet. Alright. Kind of been a long time coming, right? Like, ever since they introduced this thing way in the Rouen chapter of first chapter, Kind of been hoping you'd get to, interact with the Arseille, so. Good stuff. Young man's voice. Oh, it's right.
Damn, too late.
Aw, they're gone.
We should have headed out a bit earlier. Ah, well. We'll leave the dragon watching to the rest of the gang.
Yeah. Aw. Aw, Tita wanted to see the airship firsthand, I know it. Oh, I wanted to ride the Arseille.
Come on, short stuff. There's more to life than gawking at machines.
Oh, but there's so much to see. An engine room with 8 of the new model engines. A next generation bridge with all the best information processing equipment. It'd be a dream.
Your eyes are lit up like candles.
But still, Eggett, what do we do now?
Good question. Well, first off, I'm gonna need a new greatsword if I want to keep being the heavy blade.
All right.
Oh, that guy did cut the sword in half, didn't he? Oh, that's a problem. In story terms, that means that all his swords are gone, not like we don't have a million spares in our pocket.
Yeah, I guess you can't really repair a sword that gets broken that badly.
Yeah, gonna have to buy a new one. Let's go order one at the weapons store in the South Block.
Another young man who's like Agate. So many young men. And tons of people coming off screen. Now it's just the dock worker guy. Okay.
Yo, Ted.
You're the receptionist here, aren't ya?
Looks like you didn't make it in time. I could try to raise the Arseille on the radio if you want.
That's okay. So, you came out here just to see if I'd caught the flight?
That too, but you actually just got a rush delivery on the flight last night with your name on it. I just found it.
A rush delivery for me?
Yeah, small package. Return address says Russell.
From Grandpa?
Well, that's mysterious, and it's a small package, so it's not a new sword. It's kind of what I was hoping for. Huh. Well, that's curious. Ooh, the spiffy new music. I like it. Oh my god, the fleet is forming up. But, oh, it's a signal light. That was like, it looked like some kind of graphics glitch there for a second when the Arseille blinked. Ooh. Oh, I love when, this happens weirdly often in, RPGs, especially of this era, is when you get, the frickin' operation music. FF7 has Shinra launches a full-scale attack, is that one song, and, Final Fantasy VIII has a ton. There's, the mission planning song, when you're with the Timber Owls, and then there's that, very, The Rock soundtrack sounding song when you are attacking Dolet, the landing. And there's a couple other, beats like this, I feel like, in Final Fantasy VIII. That's one great for that. Anyway, we're getting the Trails in the Sky version now. I'm digging it.
Well then, allow me to explain Operation Dragon Capture.
Damn, look at this meeting room, this mission control room.
This operation will be conducted primarily by the airship force. Our ground divisions will focus solely on keeping order in all regions during the operation.
Wait, all the regions? So we're going beyond bows for this?
Possibly not by our choice. Last night's events showed that the Dragon's capacity for flight is significant. It is very possible that it will move to another region at some point.
Yeah, good point. That's a lot of points.
The plan shall involve 12 airships in total, including the Arseille. Which is to say, it involves 2/5 of our entire fleet. The rest will be held in reserve.
2/5 is 12, so 1/5 is 6, so there's 30 ships. Quick maths, baby. 2/5 of the entire fleet. That's enough power to...
Enough power to give our friend quite a reception, eh? Julia?
Sir. So high-tech. Oh, wow, it's just a map of this place, but you know it's high-tech because it's got that neon blue filter to it. Giving it computer screen energy. That's very funny that they just used the same map you used as the world map. Whoa!
This is a map of the mission plan? Yes, precisely. The Arseille is currently cruising in Beau's airspace. We shall be using the Arseille as the flagship and command vessel for this operation. The actual Dragon Patrol shall be carried out by 8 patrol ships equipped with wide area radar. If the Dragon so much as raises its head above the tree line, they will be able to find it. Then, once the Dragon is found, ships will give chase at high speed and use their rapid-fire artillery to check the Dragon and guide it over Lake Valyria. At the same time, several patrol vessels armed with tranquilizer rounds will be scrambled from Leiston Fortress. Once the Dragon is pinned, they will intercept it. They will fire every tranquilizer round they have and sink the creature.
Ooh, interesting. Will that be enough to pierce it if, like, cannon fire didn't do it? Maybe they're gas rounds, who knows. That's a good plan, though. Just drown the fucker. I appreciate it.
That is the plan in full.
Oh, wow. Well, this is certainly a bit larger scale than most guild operations. If the tranquilizers don't work, I'm guessing you'll switch to live ammunition?
Yes. In that case, we'll have to destroy the Dragon with concentrated fire from all ships. Her Majesty has asked us to prioritize capture over destruction. But we are ready for every contingency.
Huh? Why would Queen Alicia want the Dragon alive?
Dragons are creatures of myth, the oldest legends. She said she could not bear to have it slain.
Aw, big heart on the Queen. That's why we love her.
I can understand that. Especially since the Dragon is under the Society's control.
Yeah, good point. Another point. That's good. Wait, that's right. That Lawrence, Leonard, whoever he is guy, he had a gospel. That'd mean...
Yes, the orbal shutdown phenomenon. According to Professor Russell, the maximum range of the effect is roughly 5 arch.
An arch is quite a bit, isn't it?
All ships have orders to get no closer than 10 arch to the Dragon. As long as we do that, there should not be a problem.
Well, I feel like the patrol ship in the mountains that attacked the Dragon, you know, when we chased them in Ravenu, that was closer than 10 arch, I feel like. Because I think an arch is like a... I don't know. A yard? Well, actually, is it a yard, or is it like 100 meters, or is it a kilometer? It's probably not kilometers. The cell's just like a meter, I feel. I don't know. I'm very confused. That should work, hopefully.
Most impressive, General. You do seem prepared for everything. We learned quite a bit from the 100 Days' War.
Ooh, him saying that as a reply to Olivier. That's a bit of like a low-key shade, I feel like, you know, but looks like we're letting it slide.
And should this plan somehow fail entirely, we will be left wanting for options. Should that come to pass, we will be relying on you.
It's nice of you to say that, but, why do I get the impression you think this plan is foolproof and invincible?
Of course. If this plan has a problem, it's that we have to wait for the Dragon to show its face.
Well, that's a question. What do we do if the Dragon doesn't show up?
Given how Ouroboros has behaved up to this point, I find it unlikely they'll keep it hidden. They'll want to use that Dragon to do something.
They probably will, won't they? Well then, Bracers. Once we've found the Dragon, we will announce it over the comm. Until then, please, make yourselves at home. We're gonna have a wandering around sequence on the Arseille? Well, that's interesting. Okay. We do get this when we travel on airship fairly often, so I guess shouldn't be too shocked.
Ms. Bright.
Is something wrong, General Morgan?
I was taking a moment to look over the battle plan again. A plan that can seem perfect when first drafted can show faults over time.
Have you, found any problems, then?
None that stand out to me. Short of the truly unpredictable happening, this plan should succeed. I'm afraid there'll be no need for you this time.
Ooh, he's looking a little smug there about that. Well, I won't mind if that turns out to be true. But, if we need to, we'll help as best we can. You did, let us aboard after all, sir. You must suspect something could happen.
It's possible. But remember, you will only act if our plan ends prematurely. I expect you to follow orders during the mission itself.
Don't worry, we understand. We'll just watch for now and see what you guys can do.
Quite a head on your shoulders, Miss Bright. We still have a little time before contact with the dragon. Use the time until then to ensure you're prepared.
Okay, I will do that. I wonder where to go here. We don't know the layout, and it seems to be a very big ship. Ah, you're the bracers I heard about. I never thought General Morgan would allow bracers aboard. The Royal Army's really changing, I guess. I guess it's proof General Bratt's reorganization is coming along. I guess. I think it does have to help somehow by the fact that it was the army that kind of ruined everything last time in first chapter, so, you know.
We've done test after test to wring as much performance as we can from the engine. No matter how many experiments we do, though, in live combat things will be different. As one of the development staff, I'm half eager and half terrified to see how the engine performs. If I can get us through this mission, then I'd say all the hard work will have been worth it. This will be the first flight out of the nest for this little bird. I'll be seeing how she does and collecting the final data.
That's not true. There was the whole thing in first chapter when we stopped the evil mayor. That's weird. Okay, instruments check out. It isn't too often that you get to measure an engine's output in action. I am totally writing all this down for all the engines we design in the future. Huh. Engine room, no trespassing. I cannot make out what it says. It says like, come out enf only. Like, it looks like it's got like Greek letters there, some of those. Like, it doesn't look like a Latin alphabet. That's so gosh darn mysterious. Alright. It's magic, Trails in the Sky spelling. Ooh. Aha, this is some kind of... It's got nice little details, all these little schematics and stuff. You can assume this is a room for one of those two we just met. The, staff of the ship, you know? Wow, that's nice attention to detail. And over here is a guy primed for combat. Hey, we can rest up if we need to. That's nice. Then that means I didn't need to pave at the hotel. Oh, no.
Estelle, good to see you. What brings you here?
I could ask the same thing of you, Zin. Ah, I know. Trying to catch a nap or something?
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but no. I thought I'd get a little practice in. I cannot seem to stay calm, sitting in a confined space like this ship. You're in the middle of one of your walks, I'd guess?
Yeah, I can never manage to sit still myself. That's the game a little bit lampshading all the wandering we do in these airship sequences. That's kind of funny. But, practice, huh? Isn't this a little cramped for practice?
Practice isn't all about movement, remember? There's plenty you can do even in a small space such as this.
Huh? Like what?
Breathing exercises and meditation, for one. But practicing your forms is an important part of training as well. Especially for bracers like us, who tend to get a little sloppy and let our styles fall apart from so much live combat. It's important from time to time to find a chance to return to the basics and correct yourself.
That's, a good point. I haven't actually done any disciplined practice for a while now. Hearing you put it that way makes me worry I'm like an awful mess in a fight now. Oh, man.
It's nothing to worry about. I was speaking generally. Still, if it resonated with you, then there's nothing lost by finding a chance to recenter yourself. My offer still stands to be a practice partner.
Well, thanks, Zin. I may just take you up on that.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Alright, we'll leave him practicing his forms. That's cute. Ooh, and this is some kind of cargo space. Look at... Ooh, those artillery we got here, ready to go. That's fun. Hello, Estelle. It's been quite a while. You're... Oh no, did you forget me? It's Peyton, the mechanic. Yeah, I actually did in fact forget. The game is lampshading it once again, but what are you gonna do with these, like, non-portrait characters? I was with you during one of your plans against Colonel Richard. Sorry, lots happened since then. I remember you now, though. You're the one who got us the Intelligence Division airship, right? Yep, glad I could be of help. And glad you didn't completely forget about me. Still, I'd heard there were bracers aboard. And the thought crossed my mind that it might be you guys. But I didn't think I'd be right on our money. Small world, eh? We didn't think the Arseille'd be here either. Seems like the Royal Army's pulling out everything for this mission. Yes, I've heard this is the largest Liberalian military mobilization since the 100 Days War. And they tell me our target's a legendary ancient dragon. What better way to test a new engine, though, right? You sure seem confident. Well, hey, in a way, all of our tuning of that thing was in preparation for this day. The designers from the Central Factory are here today, too, to collect data. It's finally time for the Arseille to make her grand entrance. I want her to fly like nothing's flown before. Interesting meeting. Then that second coup attempt happened. We brought out these Obolduvin howitzers. I remember they were there when Canode was rampaging in her tank. I could have almost commented on that, but I thought, whatever. But, like, they seem to be the exact same cannons. That's kind of fun. They were all busted during the fight, but we got them repaired quickly enough. We'd have trouble managing ground combat without these. Ooh, but we're not doing ground combat, though, so the door is tightly closed. Alright. What are we going to do with these cannons? It's not like there's much of a, like, deck that we could load those cannons. Like, I think the ship did have a deck, but I don't think those are going to fit it, is the problem. Is this an exit outside? No, it's still a mess room. Okay. And with a nice pool table. That looks cool. That's a really fancy. Even the pool table's a future tech. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought this might be a door that leads outside onto that deck I was just talking about, but no. Not much of a choice but to eat here when we're on a long-haul voyage. The harder the job is, though, the nicer eating here is. And Casey's got one hell of a job changing the menu up every day so we don't get tired of the same thing. That is a tough job on a military ship, oh dear. But very, very fancily stocked, though, as you'd expect from this flagship. Are you Casey?
Yo, braces! Welcome to the ship's galley. The name's Casey. I run this little corner of the Ladybird as ship's cook. I run the ship's commissariat, too. But it's not quite ready yet. If you want some supplies, I'll have to ask you to come back a bit later.
I thought we'd get like a rare new food recipe here talking to the guy, but nope. I was overthinking things. Well, someone's found the wine bottles already.
Ah, Estelle. Touring the ship?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, wait a minute. Are you drinking before a mission?
This is a drink of celebration, my sweet. I celebrate the imminent meeting of the genius bard and legendary dragon.
Well, putting aside the genius bard bit, the legendary dragon. Do they still tell I'm a bit off today. Do they still tell stories about dragons in the Empire?
Why, naturally. There are quite a number of legends and tall tales of sightings, especially in the southern regions near Bose.
Huh, well fancy that. In fact, I believe the Imperial Institute of Science was to launch an investigation. But then the 100 Days War broke out. The IIS? Ooh. Wow, sounds like you guys take the legends kinda seriously. So even in the Empire, dragons are pretty much a mystery, huh?
You could say that, I suppose. But to the people of the Empire, this particular situation would have a more straightforward solution.
Straightforward, huh?
Erebonia is a far more pragmatic realm than liberal. If something like this were to happen in the Empire, His Majesty would order the destruction of the dragon immediately. The Empire believes in boldly standing against all who would oppose it. Even if the opposition is a dragon, it would be torn down without mercy.
That seems a little bloodthirsty.
Securing national peace through force of arms is the Erebonian way. I confess, as a messenger of love and peace, I do find it a bit sad.
Oh, and we just leave off there. Okay. But good to know all that stuff. Here we are, and another level. Yeah, so many levels on this thing. Hello, Bracers. Welcome aboard. Just above here is the bridge, and just below us is the conference room. The Arseille is a pretty large ship. People tend to get lost at first when they're assigned to her. Alright, well, what's over here? Oh, that's bright light. That is a deck. Nice. Ooh, got 2 decks here. And, of course, these guys are loving it. Yoo-hoo, Estelle! Hi, Dorothy. You seem to be doing okay. Is your camera still treating you good?
You bet. This girl's so cute, she looks great from any angle.
And by this girl, you mean the Arseille? Oh, Dorothy, you're as you as ever.
Heh, you too, Estelle. You're just as full of energy as always.
Well, thanks. Wait. Are you worried about me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, well, I took the photo of Joshua, right? If that made you all sad, I'd have to be sad too.
Oh, Dorothy, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's okay. I'm a reporter, so it's my job to try and cheer people up.
Sort of. Yeah, that's not exactly a reporter's job, but sure.
If you're worried about anything else, talk to me anytime.
I'll keep that in mind. Right, interesting talk.
Yo, Estelle. Killing time till the dragon shows up?
More or less. How about you? Putting stuff together for your latest scoop?
Not really. I'm waiting for the start of the show, same as you. Even if it doesn't show up, at least we got a nice few shots of the Arseille. We're just lucky enough to even be here.
You must be having a field day. You get to cover the fight with the dragon and the new cutting-edge ship all in one go.
Hell, the dragon versus airships thing alone would make it the story of the decade. Every single reporter at the office raised their hand when we were taking volunteers to cover this.
Huh, that figures. Congrats on getting picked for the job. Did you guys draw straws or something?
Draw? No, of course not. I got picked because I'm a damn good reporter. All that effort during the coup is starting to pay off.
Well, hey, more power to you. So even the Royal Army respects you now, huh?
Hey, if you write good stuff, even the big guys will come knocking on your door. By the way, if anything interesting's come your way lately, then I'm free to swap a few stories anytime you want. I could always use a few good editorials to fill our pages.
Well, we'll see. Cute talk. You know what I realized? I should have been paying more attention to that, I think. It was a cute talk, but I was just counting all the members we have, and last time I was like, oh hey, with Agate and Tita missing, we actually have just a full party with all the guys, you know? Like, we didn't need to think about party composition because we got everybody tagging along. But then I counted and I realized we have more than one member, right? We got space for 3 more people in our party. But, like, we got 4 tag-alongs. Sherazard, Olivier, Zin, and Chloe. That's 4 people, so ultimately with Estelle, that's 5. Yeah, I don't know. That's just got a thought occurred, like, wait a second. So I just wasn't paying attention to the fact that we were wandering with a plus-sized party there for a minute. I guess, though, that's fair. To have everybody here and have them as one little... Because we haven't done any combat yet, but if, pray chance, we end up in a combat situation, we'll have to have some kind of chance to, like, build our party together. I don't know.